Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well. I am super excited. I got a question from a Clean and Leaner and I wanted to address it really quick. And if they're having the same question, I figured multiple people are. So I'm going to go ahead and film it and put it up so that if anybody else is having a question, you can check it out. So in the Clean and Lean guide, this is one of the pages and it talks about the different, basically this is a guide to a perfect day. Let's be honest, not all of our days are ever perfect. I don't think I've ever had a perfect day, ever. We try the best we can, obviously, but it's just not possible. So basically this is called the Guide to the Clean and Lean Living. 30 minutes before your breakfast, you should have your repair and your reduce together. You drink that, then you have your breakfast, which is essentially your indulge shake and your digest well. If you don't want your indulge shake for breakfast, don't have it for breakfast. For some people, it's easier to have it for lunch because they're in their office and it's easier to pack the shake versus to pack a breakfast. That's totally fine. You can switch this up. It's not a set in stone thing. A lot of people like to have the shake for breakfast. Do what you want. Make this fit for you. That's my favorite part about our Clean and Lean program is that it is adjustable. It can fit you and whatever needs to happen. But this is just an example. Then we have a snack, which is their example is apple slice, nut butter like peanut butter or almond butter, and an Activate to drink. 30 minutes before your lunch, you should have your reduce and a glass of water. Then you should have your lunch, and it gives an example of lunch. Theirs is sandwich on wheat bread with avocado and slices of carrots. Totally not what is there. Anyway, but it's a picture of a salad, not a sandwich. Anyway. And you make sure you have your digestible with lunch. Then you should have a snack, and their suggestion is berries on avocado toast. And then 30 minutes before dinner, you should have your reduce. And then with dinner, you need to have a good dinner. Their idea is fish, veggies with olive oil, and then your digest well. After dinner is your pre plus probiotic. And then before bed, you should do your sprays of Bliss. It does say 6 to 10. Something that we're finding out, or that I'm finding out as I'm talking to people, you need to find your sprays. Your sprays might only be 3, and that's fine. Your sprays might be 10. And that's fine too. The best way to find out is to experiment. When somebody starts this for the first time, I tell them to start low. The first couple of nights, take 2, then add 3, then add 4. Figure out how many you really need to sleep. You might be someone right there in the middle, someone that needs 5. I personally, in the morning, I actually take 3. And then before I go to bed, I take 3 more. I'm the one that needs it all day long, and I need a balance of it. And you might need that too. It's a matter of figuring out what's best for you, but I need it both. So it's figuring out what's best for you. But that's the Guide to Clean and Lean. I had somebody come to me and say, I am eating all the time. I'm going to gain weight. Okay? I'm not used to eating food. I never eat this much food. I'm going to gain weight. Okay? So that's the question, or what we need to address at this point in time. Number 1, you need to eat in order to lose. Let's start there. You need to eat food in order to lose. Essentially, the way this is set up is that you're going to be eating about every 2 hours. The way my schedule is set up is that I'm going to eat about every 2 hours. So if I eat breakfast at 8, I'm going to eat a snack at 10, which means I'm going to eat lunch about noon, which means I'm going to eat a snack at 2, which means I eat dinner roughly about 5:36. So that's the longest phase I go without food. And then I have a snack about 8 o'clock. Okay, so ultimately you're eating about every 2 to 3 hours roughly. And like I said, my schedule's never perfect. Sometimes, I'm supposed to eat at maybe 2 or sorry, I'm supposed to eat maybe noon, but sometimes it doesn't happen until 1. And that's fine. And sometimes I don't get to eat my snack at 2 o'clock. Sometimes it happens at 4 o'clock. It's totally fine. Essentially, but you want to get a general basic schedule. My body's used to eating about every 2 to 3 hours. So it knows that. My body knows it's going to continually get food. And so it knows that it doesn't have to hold on to anything. So if it is done with something, it can move it on. It doesn't have to store it because it's a fear of starvation. What happens if you don't eat enough food is your body goes into starvation mode constantly and it holds on to everything. And so you generally, multiple things happen, but ultimately you store stuff you don't need, and you tend to get fat because of it. Not necessarily fat as far as you're going to gain massive amounts of weight, but you're holding on to things that you don't need to hold on to. It's uncomfortable. Let's be honest. It's uncomfortable to starve yourself. It's uncomfortable to go with less food than what you want. And you know, a lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, this is so much food. Look at the kinds of food you're eating here. You're eating a lot of veggies. There's a lot of salad, a lot of avocado, some peanut butter or nut butters, basically, berries, fruits, things like that. Good for you stuff. Stuff that's going to help your body give it the nutrients that you need. If you really look at the nutritional breakdown of fruits and vegetables today, and look at what the recommendation is for nutrients, you really need 16 servings to make what you need, or to give your body what you need. I don't know about you, but there's no way I'm going to eat 16 servings a day. So I need to really make up for that in other areas. And so, or in what I'm eating naturally anyway. So ultimately, when I eat, I need to make sure what I'm eating is good so I can make up for that. So eating lots of fruits and veggies. When I'm eating grains, I'm eating whole grains and not like white rice, white flour, things like that. I'm eating the good stuff. What else? You're eating really, really good. You're eating lean meats. Lots of chicken, lots of really, really lean beef, stuff like that that'll keep you going. On this particular thing, it had fish on there. Your omega-3s are really important. And the other thing that you also need to know is if you're taking all the supplements that we recommend, the Digest Well, you're taking your Repair Plus in the morning, your gut is being repaired. Number one, you're starting out the day really, really well because you're repairing your gut. You're getting your L-glutamine, your fiber in there, and you're repairing that. You're taking your Digest Well, so your stomach has the enzymes it needs to digest the food. Because ultimately, you can eat as really well as you want, but unless you're properly digesting and breaking down that food, it means nothing. Absolutely nothing. And so if you're taking the proper supplements and your gut is properly functioning, which if you're taking your probiotics, your Repair Plus, your Digest Well, it will be. And so ultimately you're getting the most out of that food that you possibly can, the amazing amount of nutrients and things like that. And then because your body knows that it's going to get food in 2 hours or 3 hours or however long you set that schedule up. Once you set that schedule up, your body knows it's just going to get rid of what it doesn't need. Naturally get rid of it. It's not going to store it. And that happens when you store it. Again, you get fat and it continues to store because it doesn't know when the next time it's going to eat and it's worried. And so you want to get past that. It's another reason why they recommend that you eat within 30 minutes of waking up so you get your body off of starvation mode, because when you sleep, you're sleeping for 8 hours. You're going 8 hours without sleep, so your body's on starvation mode because it doesn't know when its next meal is. So stay on a schedule. Get your body on that schedule so it knows within 30 minutes of waking up, you're going to get food and get it off of that starvation mode. So it just knows that your body is a amazing machine, let's be honest. And then just know that it's going to eat every 2 to 3 hours. So it's okay to let that go because I'm going to get more food here really quickly, and so on and so forth. And make sure that your liquids are up, and make sure the liquids are going. The goal is ultimately you're eating 6 times during the day, but you're eating smaller meals. Your portion sizes are well controlled. They're smaller. Your body knows it's going to get food. It's going to flush it out. Your portion control, and it's going to be an amazing situation for you to also get the energy that you need to work out. Especially if you're not used to working out, you're going to need that energy, because it'll make a huge change in your body and how it performs. So super excited for you. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions on Clean and Lean, go ahead and post them below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and follow me on Facebook as well. Love you guys. Bye.